this exercise, or these next few exercises, are going to be in the key of G. So the key of G has one sharp. It is F sharp. Not only does the key of G have one sharp, but its relative minor, E minor, will also be played. So you have G, A, B, C. This follows that whole step, half step. So G to A is a whole step, A to B is a whole step, B to C is a half step, C to D is a whole step, D to E is a whole step, E to F is a half step here, but this sharp takes care of that, makes it a whole step, and then F sharp to G is a half step. So that's why there's no accidental here on the F, because it is in the key signature of F sharp. So this E to F sharp. Now, so I have to remember that my F sharps are here, and then we have here, and also one more here. All right. So we've got, again, that F sharp to G, that's your half step. So whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, due to the sharp on the F there, and then F sharp to G is the half step. And then we play G again and work our way back down. Okay, so let's get this going. Let me get my metronome going. 3, 4, and then we're playing the G here. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So now the next one is playing it in 2 octaves. So we have an octave from this G here to this G here. And I play this G here to this G here. Then it's going up, and then from this G down to this G, that's an octave, and then from this G down to this G. So it's 2 octaves going up. So there's G, and then there's G, and then there's G, and then we have octaves coming down. So there's G, that's a G, and from there to there is a G. And we also have our F's, our sharp. So this F right here, even though it's down on the space and there's no sharp on the space, but this F here, this sharp, is for all F's. It doesn't matter which line or space it's on. This sharp is for all F's. So it's this F right here is a sharp, even though it's on the space, but this is a line, it doesn't matter, it's an F, so this F is sharp. And then you have that sharp, and we haven't gone down, we're not down to here, we stop right here before we go there. So we don't go down to this here, we just go G to G. We don't go to that F sharp, we just go to this G here. All right, so let's get my metronome going and play. 2, 3, 4. A, B, C, D, F sharp, G, A, oops, G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp. You play the G chord. Right here. G chord. D chord. All right. Now it is playing in 2 octaves. Well, it's playing in thirds. So you start off with the G, go up a third to B, down a second to A, up a third to C, down a second to B, up a third to D, down a second to C, up a third to E, down a second to D, up a third to F sharp. And so the same thing applies here. The sharp in the key signature applies to all Fs. All the Fs are sharp. So we start at G, we go up to this G here, so we're playing E, G, F sharp, G, and G. And we play G down again until we get to here, so we're playing G. Then we hit F sharp, that's F sharp there, so it's going to be F sharp. Alright, so it's playing in thirds going up, except for this right here, this is a second. So we have a third from here, from this E to G, then we have F sharp to G. This is a second. And then, bam, so yeah. And then we work our way from G down in thirds. Again, here's going from G to F sharp to G. So this is down a third, going from B down a third to G, G down a second to F sharp, from F sharp up a second to G, and then G. All right. So hopefully I don't mess this up. And here we go. So I'm going to play this at a little bit slower pace since it's 8 notes. 2, 3, 4. I knew I'd mess up. Yeah, that was a train wreck. All right. Descending one more time. All right, combine the two together again. This is the relative minor, E. So in your major, you've got, in G major, you have G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, and then of course back to your tonic G, or your root note. Your relative minors in your major key are going to be the sixth. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this right here is the E. So the relative minor is going to be E minor. So it's going to be E, F sharp, G, A, B, C, D, E. That's going to be your E minor scale. All right, so and here is the E minor scale. So we have E, F sharp, G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C, D, E for 2 notes. Then we're working our way back down. So E, D, C, B, A, G, F sharp, E, D, C, B, A, G, F sharp, and then back to E. Okay. So, and